10-time NBA All-Star and 6-time All-NBA selection Carmelo Anthony has officially retired from professional basketball after 19 seasons. The number 3 pick in the 2003 NBA draft made the announcement in a video released on social media Monday. He did not play in the NBA this season and last appeared in an NBA game for the Los Angeles Lakers last season. For more on Carmelo Anthony's career, I'm joined by Mike Vorkunov. He's a national NBA reporter for The Athletic. Mike, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right, no dispute now. Carmelo Anthony, one of the all-time greats, joined the league 20 years ago with a couple of guys like LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. I'm just wondering, where do you, as you begin to assess this career, where do you place him in terms of the all-time greats?
He's undoubtedly one of the best to ever play. You know, he made the NBA top 75 list. He was number 63 on our list for The Athletic. He goes down as one of the best scorers the NBA has ever seen. His jab step, his pull-up jumper, he was, 25 points per game through the prime of his career. That's going to be his legacy, his ability to score, his ability to be a bucket, as they say. And it's, that's what he'll be known for. That's what he'll be remembered for. He was widely respected across the league for both his scoring, his play, his philanthropic efforts. And that's how he'll be remembered. He was never a great winner. He was never someone who had a lot of team success, but there was plenty of individual success for him.
Does that matter when you're assessing a career, how many rings you have, and in terms of trying to figure out your place in the all-time list of great ones?
Yeah, I think so, especially in the NBA, where winning is so closely tied to the best player on any team. And those two have such a great relationship with one another, right? Probably unlike any other sport, where usually your team is as good as the best player. And Carmelo Anthony was often the best player on whichever team he played for. And the fact that they never went to the NBA Finals with Carmelo on there. He went to the conference finals in Denver. He went to the second round in New York. That'll be a part of his legacy. It'll tarnish it a little bit, but he had so many other things to go that went well for him that he'll be remembered for that. But he won't be remembered as one of the top greats, on that upper echelon of NBA players. But he'll certainly go down in history.
Although I can hear Carmelo fans yelling at me right now because, of course, he had more gold medals than any other men's basketball player. So in terms of his time with Team USA, does that sort of make up for the rings and championships that he didn't win in the NBA?
I think that's a large part of his legacy. When he retired, he was the all-time leading scorer, rebounder, and leader in games played for Team USA in men's basketball history for them. He was, I believe, the first to win 3 gold medals. He also had a bronze on top of that. And he was, one of the alphas for those Team USA men's Olympic teams, which really means something because the American teams really were the best of the best in basketball at any point in time. And so the fact that he was so respected, the fact that, when he retired, he had the highest scoring game ever for Team USA in its history, all those things, I think they mean a lot. And it shows where the respect for him, where his place in the game really was.
All right, so we're assessing the past. He says he's very excited about what the future holds. Any insight into sort of what his future is going to look like?
Well, we know a little bit. We know he's got a number of business holdings. He's an investor. He's, he was among the first of this generation of NBA players to really start investing in other companies, which we've seen everyone else do. And obviously, he alluded to it in his retirement video as well. He's passing the torch, both symbolically and literally in the video, to his son, Kyan, who seems like an accomplished high school basketball player. And we'll see, obviously what the future holds for his son. It's going to be very hard just to live up to his father, right? But that's the legacy that he'll leave for him. And I think Kyan Anthony played with Bronny James, LeBron James' son, at some point in high school. Obviously, Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James are great friends. So, it's that kind of great intergenerational exchange between them.
Absolutely. Mike Vorkunov on one of the great NBA careers of all time, that of Carmelo Anthony. Thank you so much for taking a couple of minutes with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.